What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Thin Man Brewery, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their 3rd anniversary. So they're calling this a double dry hopped sour ale that is brewed with blueberry and apricot, comes in at 7% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 2 months old. So I saw a fellow beer tuber and good friend of mine, Chris, over at Off the 10th, review this one about a month ago. At the time of the review, when you guys see this review, might be a couple months, but yeah, he was really enjoying it. They actually had their 3rd anniversary, Thin Man did, in the middle of June, and it was the same day that I went to Liquid Art Festival in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada at Collective Arts Brewery, and I missed this anniversary party, but they had leftover cans that trickled out over pretty much in the West New York area. So I ended up grabbing a can of this at Premier Gourmet in Amherst, New York, and I was like, you know what? Sounds pretty damn good. I missed the anniversary. I should at least try the beer. So, like I said, double dry hop sour ale, blueberries, apricots, and the hops they're using are Galaxy and Citra Cryo. So, yeah, I'm expecting hopefully a really good beer. I know my buddy Chris really did dig this one, and I'm hoping I do as well. So hashtag proper glassware. Let's give it a pour. Wow, that's way lighter than I anticipated. I guess because it's not straight on blueberries and it's blueberries and apricots, you're not going to get that full, deep, crazy blueberry color. So yeah, that looks like a milky blueberry juice or something. So yeah, that, I don't know how it's going to come off on camera, but in person, it is like, yeah, it's just like a lighter blueberry, milky blueberry character. Had about a half finger of an off-white head that is now dissipated to a thin film, but yeah, super murky and turbid. Looks weird. Just looks weird. I don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see how it looks on camera, but in person, it just looks weird. Let's get a nose. Wow, so I'm actually getting a lot of the hop character still, 2 months old. Yeah, big stone fruits outside of the apricots, more like peach and mango, a little bit of like pineapple as well. Like crushed pineapple, probably from the Galaxy. A little bit of herbaceousness here, not really dank, but more of an herbaceousness. And then underneath that, definite blueberries. And then there's apricots. So I'm actually getting everything they have listed on the can, which is awesome. The fruit character, you would think a beer looking like this, it would be super like intense and boisterous in your face, right? It really isn't. It's like the 3rd or 4th character. Whew. Now as I'm smelling it, I'm getting a little bit of acidity to it as well. I mean, you got to remember this is a sour beer, so there's definitely going to be probably some tartness here, maybe even some sourness in general. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Definitely more acidic and tart on the palate. Yeah, it's really, actually, it's a higher tart, lower sourness on my scale. Body on this is like lower side of medium body, 7%. That's cool. The mouthfeel, I don't know if they're using lactose. Kind of feels like they are. I don't think they are, though. If not, probably a ton of oats. This has a soft, smooth, slight creaminess to it. It is a bit undercarbed at 2 months in the can. It's not flat, it's just undercarb for my palate. But yeah, a lot of blueberries here, a lot of apricot, a lot of tartness, higher tart into lower sour. It's acidic on the back of the palate, like a biting acidity. Definitely still getting some of that Galaxy and Citra character. Crushed pineapple, a little bit of like mango, maybe like a touch of passion fruit. Right up front, it's really sweet from like the blueberries and apricots, and just probably the malt base, but then halfway through the palate, that firm tartness, almost slight sourness, just hits you, carries on in the back of the palate. This one finishes semi-dry. No really residual sweetness on my palate, and it has a really big acidic bite on the back of the throat. Definitely going to get heartburn from this one. Some acid reflux going on. Yeah, this is really nice. It's not great or anything. This is not like an amazing beer. But this is, again, another summer beer that I'm drinking here. And this could be a summer crusher. Now, it's 7%, so maybe not a summer crusher. You just want to probably drink a couple of these. But it should be really nice to enjoy it like the beach or like by the pool. You could drink a couple of these. Be really refreshing. Be like, a fruity mixed drink, but in beer form. And yeah, I just wish the acidity for me personally was toned down a bit. But as is, I'm digging this one. So I have no problem giving third anniversary from Thin Man a straight on 4 out of 5. Really tasty beer. I don't have a ton of complaints here. Maybe a little bit more of like the hop character in the taste and maybe a little bit less of the acidic bite for my palate. But overall, yeah, it's a pretty good beer. 4 out of 5, I think it's appropriate. Price and availability, I paid $4 for this can, and I believe 4 packs were around, I want to say like $14.99 for a 4-pack, something like that. So pretty nice. I mean, that's under $4 a can at the brewery, I believe, or right around $4 a can. So for something that is a 7% double dry hop sour ale with blueberries and apricots, I think $4 or less is pretty damn good value. And availability, this was initially, I think, brewery only, and then again, it trickled out to the Western New York area. I'm pretty sure this made it maybe even to Rochester. Definitely in the Western New York area, you can get this one. And even as I speak right now, it is mid-August. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one at like Wegmans grocery stores. They now get a lot of Thin Man beers, and you can still grab this one, I'm pretty sure, at some of the locations. So by the time you see this review, maybe this won't be available, but if you do, I'd say give it a go, especially if you like blueberries, apricots, or sour beers in general. So yeah, that was Thin Man 3rd anniversary, 4 out of 5, pretty good beer. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, appreciate everybody stopping by for another Western New York Wednesday. Check back next Wednesday for another installment. And until then, cheers. Oh yeah, 7%. It drinks like it's 5. Every single time in these reviews. I guess that's like my moniker now. At the end of the reviews, mention the ABV because you forget for the most of the review, and then you get to the end, you're like, oh yeah, let me just mention if it's boozy or not. It's not. Cheers.